What's up, everyone? Hi, my name is Mitch Coleman, and I'm an alcoholic. Try to do this one quick because I don't know if you can hear it, but the lawnmower guy's out there again. Always, seriously, trying to work. It's like, really, dude? I'm trying to make a video. Let's get this going real quick, though. Okay. This is for October 18th, 2021, titled An Open Mind. True humility and an open mind can lead us to faith. 12 Steps, 12 Traditions, page 33. My alcoholic thinking led me to believe that I could control my drinking, but I couldn't. When I came to AA, I realized that God was speaking to me through my group. My mind was open just enough to know that I needed his help. A real honest acceptance of AA took more time, but with it came humility. I know how insane I was. I'm extremely grateful to have my sanity restored to me and to be a sober alcoholic. The new sober me is a much better person than I ever could have been without AA. This one's so dope, I highlighted the part. I realized that God was speaking to me through my group, and he was. And I think of all these circumstances and situations where it was like I was hopeless. I had so many DWIs, and I was for sure, I'm going to prison. My life is ruined. And I still went to meetings, and I still went to rehab because regardless, I needed that help, whether I was ever going to drive again or spend time in prison or whatever it was going to be. I knew I needed that help. And that's not the thing that got me to get help, because I already was understanding that I was broken and I was insane. I still can be sometimes too. But I realized God was speaking to me through my group because I remember I went to a meeting with my girlfriend at the time, and we were sitting there, and there was this guy, and he was up there speaking his story, and he talked about how he had gotten in trouble for selling like a lot of drugs, like a lot of heroin, and was looking at like 6 different felonies, I believe. I could be wrong, but it was a high number. Like, there's no way he's getting out of this. And he's up there speaking, and at the end of his story, I think it was a speaker meeting night, so he was like getting a chip, and he said how he's free of all that. He did what he needed to do legally, and he didn't go spend time in prison. He did some other stuff, I'm sure, obviously. He made changes in his life, and he put his faith in God, is what he was talking about. And he put his faith in something that is outside of his control, which is what this is all about. We have to put faith in something that is outside of ourselves, because we're good at worrying. We're good at thinking what other people think and what's this person going to think. And it's like, we just got to think what's right for us, what is good for us, what is going to make us happy, what is going to keep us on the straight and narrow path and keep us sane and keep us sober from what is, destroying our lives and others. But yeah, that's an example of God speaking to me through the group. And then another example is my sponsor that I have. We're not the same kind of person. He's cool as hell, and I definitely love to call him my friend. He is my friend. His name is Ben, and Michael Jackson wrote a song about him, I think. Just kidding. Sorry. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so Ben, I'd had a temporary sponsor, and it's scary asking for a sponsor in the first place, too, because you're at the meeting, and you're just like, oh my God, I feel like I'm trying to ask a girl out, plus I'm already super insecure anyway, and it's like, at that time, I'm not as bad now, but at that time, it's like you're asking a girl out on a date, but it's a dude, and you're like, oh, hey, dude, will you be my sponsor? It's like, oh my God. Okay, so I get this temporary sponsor. We talk a little bit, and he's like, I know a guy that needs a sponsee, and that's how I met Ben. And our stories are so damn similar, like with DWIs. The program I'm in now is the same program he's in. He is actually friends with the judge. The judge like ordained his wedding. They all know him and love him. This is a cool group I'm in, this program. I'm going to be well connected with good people in the court system after all this is done. But that's God speaking to me again. I just had to put my faith in something higher than myself. And another time, like I went with my girlfriend at the time again, we went to court, and it's scary because you don't know what's going to happen at court. That day could be the day where there's like, No more continuances. Arrest him. Take him. And ooh, I'm parched today. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're sitting in court, and I've probably said this in an older video I've done. And she's very nervous, and we're sitting there holding each other's hands, and I'm just like, in my mind, praying, I'm just praying, accepting, knowing that God has my back no matter what happens. Plus, you get to that point where you're almost like, let's go. Let's speed this up. If you're going to do it, do it. If not, because the quicker I do it, the quicker I'm done with it. There's no running from this problem. There's only facing the problem at hand. There's only facing that problem right there and then, and just getting it done. The quicker you start, the quicker you're done. There is no sense in waiting. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow. And that's just another thing. Like with a lot of stuff in our lives, why do we push things off when we're not even promised tomorrow? We need to do the things we need to do now. And that's just what it is. So she was looking at me, how are you so peaceful? How are you so calm right now? And she was terrified. And I'm like, because there's just a peace that passes all understanding that you achieve through sobriety and through your connection with your higher power and having faith in that higher power and knowing that God is there and has my back through everything. No matter what happens, God is there. Not being spiritual, but I am a spiritual person. So don't lose hope. Find something higher than yourself. So again, I know how insane I was and how grateful I am to be a sober alcoholic, and how insane I was when I am still kind of insane. I'm normal insane though, that does not mean that I'm not going to make mistakes still, because we are humans and we are going to continue to make mistakes until we die. And that is not an excuse to go make mistakes. It's just an honest thing, But if we can keep training our mind, I was saying this yesterday, keep training our brain, you will start seeing differences in your thought patterns, because I've already noticed it throughout the 3 years I've been really, really reading and studying constantly. And it's so important, but you start seeing these changes. Like I'm getting ready to say something at work and I'm like, wait, that doesn't benefit anything. That's negative. That doesn't do anything at all. That spreads gossip. That's just not right. Negative energy, and you start seeing that these things work. So you start understanding that you can change the way you've thought your whole life, and you can change the way you've reacted to situations, and just be patient, have faith in that. And you got to do some work too. You can't just stop doing something and think it's going to happen. You got to keep doing work. You have to keep studying. You have to keep reading. You have to keep listening to people. It's just what it is. If you want to change your way of thinking, you've got to do that kind of stuff. And so back to what I was saying there, how insane I was and still sometimes can be. I'm a lot better now. I'm not going to make those big mistakes. We have to stay true to our morals and our virtues, and we have to stay true to people. We can't do things that are going to hurt ourselves and others. And so yes, we are going to make mistakes, but we got to train our brains to make sure we're not making those big mistakes that can break people's hearts, that can hurt people's feelings so bad that there's no coming back from that. And that's what I'm saying there. So I hope you guys got something good out of this one. I really liked this one. I'm in a good mood today. I'm very grateful. I'm so happy I don't need alcohol. I don't need alcohol to make me happy. And everyone out there has their own way of recovery. And let's also remember that. Do not judge someone for what they do for their recovery, because if they're happy and they're sober, why do you give a shit? You shouldn't give a shit. You need to stop taking inventory on other people, and you got to stay in your lane. Know what I mean? Alrighty. That's all I got, guys. The new sober me is a much better person I could have ever been without AA. I love you all. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and click the like button. Share it with people. Leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Let's get into some heated debates in the comments section about what you think sobriety is. So that would be fun. I like that kind of stuff. Troll me. And that's it. I'm out for the day. One day at a time, guys. I love you. Peace out. Be safe. See ya.